I'm really sorry for getting so late. It happens, and whatever happens, one has to accept. That's how the divine works. Everything has some reasons. Now, Dev has been able to explain to you what centers we have within ourselves. And he has told you what is the mechanism within ourselves. It is all built within us during the different periods of our evolution. Every center is built like that. Now, all this is built like a pathway. By left and right, you create the central path of your ascent. And when this pure energy of your desire ascends, is awakened, then it pierces through the last center, what we call as Sahasrara, meaning the 1,000 petaled center, which is the brain, we can say, or part of the brain, which covers the limbic area. The spirit is the reflection of God Almighty, and it resides in our heart. When the Kundalini touches the Sahasrara, the seat of the spirit, which is reflected in the heart, gets enlightened. That doesn't mean the spirit gets enlightened, but the attention is like a sari, which is pushed in like this. When it touches, it pierces through, and the spirit in the heart, which has the seat here, starts entering into our central nervous system. So the first feeling you get is a cool breeze on top of your head. That's the first feeling. Second feeling you get is all-pervading power, because now you have entered into the subtle area of your awareness. Human awareness is gross first, but when you touch the spirit, you become thoughtlessly aware, but there is no thought. The grossness goes away because thoughts disappear. And you become subtle. This subtleness gives you certain powers. The first power that you get is that your awareness becomes collectively conscious. That you can feel another person on your fingertips. That means you become absolutely aware. Like I went today to Mexico. And I could feel the whole country. I knew about it before, but my attention was not so deeply there. I could feel the whole country has a very bad left side problem. And the left side problem is affecting even this area. And the left side problem, you can feel it very clearly, that your left side becomes heavy and you feel the heat in all your centers. So you start feeling the atmosphere the country, the people, an individual, and yourself. So you know the problem of a particular place. I mean, you may not feel that much in the beginning. You may just feel yourself to begin with. Then you start feeling others. So thus the awareness grows more and more. In the central nervous system you start feeling the problems of other people, your own problems. But it is not that you feel them as something which is painful or troublesome, but you feel them as little heat or sometimes little pain, very little, as if you are recording it like a barometer. And when that happens, you want to get rid of it, as if they are your own problem. And if you know how to get rid of it, you can do it. That's what I was doing. And that's how I'm late. Something on the collective. If you are working on something, you want to finish the job, and then you want to attend to another. Don't want to leave something half done. For human beings, it is difficult in the beginning, because from human awareness you are rising to superhumanness, or you can call it to super awareness, into a subtler awareness. So first the awareness is gross, and then your awareness becomes subtler. But with that, you do not feel in any way uncomfortable or upset, because you become extremely powerful, such power of compassion that you don't feel anything, no pain, no problems. The illusions disappear completely. There is no more illusion in the mind. Like people say that when you face something, you are filled with greed or lust. But when your eyes become pure, there is no greed or lust. But what happens? That you start feeling the oneness with another thing, whatever it is, in a way that it is joy-giving. Like you see someone, an attractive person, there is no sensation of baser feelings for that person, but the sensation just disappears, and you start feeling the joy of the creation of that person or the thing. Like in Mexico, people have made so many things with hand. If you watch them, you might think how much it will cost, what will be the price, who has made it. But if there is no thought, then you see something which looks very joyous, because you can feel the vibrations. And you know somebody has made it who might have been a realized soul, who might have been a very great devotee of God, might have been a person who must have thought that this is your creation, O God. Such a person might have made with that feeling which is to be gratified, and you feel that we should take it. The matter has only one capacity, that it gives joy in giving to others, so that you can express your happiness into it. So you become very subtly aware of the matter, that you start understanding the matter, what it means and what is the use of a particular thing. In the same way, when you meet people new people, absolutely never known. You know what are their needs, what problems they have, on a wider scale, on a collective scale, and also you know one simple thing, that there are people in Mexico who are seeking God, who are to be helped, who are to be given something that they want. They may not be so much aware of it, but we become aware of them. And a kind of a rapport of a very subtle type is established. And you get attracted towards other people, not through any lust or greed or any purpose, but in oneness with the joy that they have within themselves. The joy of the Spirit. You look at them and you feel this person is such a wonderful person. How do you know? You start feeling the cool vibrations in your hand from that person. And you just enjoy that person for that person's sake, not for anything, whether poor, rich, good looking, bad looking, doesn't matter. You approach the spirit of another person because you have become the Spirit. People talk of big things, of organizing peace missions, this mission, that mission, to create a better relationship. All relationships which are at a gross level create problems, because there is some sort of a lurking selfishness behind it. But once it becomes a spiritual relationship, you just enjoy the other person without getting into any discussion about what is your gain, what is you are going to achieve through going nearer to that personality. Thus you become the receiver of the joy, like a lake which is rippleless, which is absolutely quiet and looks like a mirror. It reflects all that is created round it completely and emits complete joy of the creation. In the same way, the heart, which is filled with the light of the Spirit, reflects the complete joy of the creation of another person. Whatever it has in a subtle way, you enjoy it. Then the time you don't see. You go beyond time. You go beyond time. You are not bothered about time. Everything has got a proper time. And you start understanding that this is the time it was to be. You don't become a slave of time. You don't become slave of any habits. You don't become slave of any temptations. But you enjoy the complete freedom of enjoying the joy. For example, we are very tight, thinking what is to be done next, what this has to be. But then you start seeing the purpose of your life. Like one day, we had to have a puja, or a kind of a worship. They said we'll start at about 9 o'clock, as it is today. Something happened. And I said, all right, we'll start at 9. But I knew 9 was not all right. So I reached the place at 11. Of course, those who had to stay stayed on. Because you need people who understand that time has no meaning when it is the Spirit. And I said, now, just see the Panchanga, the the book which we consult for timing. They said, today is the dark night, Amavasya. And when does it end? Just now. I said, that's it. So everything, the timing, everything has to be worked out according to the need of the spirit and not need of the gross. When that happens, you move smoothly and understandingly the whole pattern of the divine, how it works out. And that is how you understand the dynamism of time. Because you live in the present, not in the future or in the past. Actually, the past doesn't exist and future has not come. We don't know what future is. To come in the present, you have to be the spirit. And when you are in the spirit, then you realize that this present is the reality. The rest is a myth. When the Kundalini rises, she passes attention into an area, or she penetrates into an area where there is silence, because a thought rises and falls off, another thought rises and falls off. In between these two thoughts, this area exists of the present. Now, but if I say you stop at this point to be at this point, you cannot. Your mind is jumping either on the past or on the future. But the Kundalini is the only thing that stops at present moment, so that you don't consider the past and the future, but you enjoy the present, the complete dynamism of the present, and you are effective. You are dynamic. You can do 1,001 things which normally you cannot do. And you are surprised how it works out. The divine has its own plans, has its own understanding, and we cannot make the divine to work as we want. We have to accept whatever the divine does and manages, and then we see the miracles of the divine and we are surprised how efficient it is, how beautiful it is. Like a machine. We feel the efficiency of the divine, but above all we feel the compassion, the love, the understanding of the divine. But first we must rise up to that. And for that one has to grow in the awareness of the Spirit. If we cannot develop the awareness of the Spirit, we lose that magnitude which we have to achieve. So what is to be respected is the Spirit after realization, because it gives you the truth. To understand the truth, you have to be the Spirit. Otherwise, whatever you understand is falsehood, is not the truth. Because of your mental projection, you think that that is the truth, is not so. For example, now, if I am sitting on this chair, you won't know any time that I ever sat on this chair. But supposing there's a realized soul who comes round, immediately he will know that there was someone like me. For example, I say that Mozart was a realized soul. How do I know? He's dead now. Because you can feel it on vibrations that he was a realized soul. I say Abraham Lincoln was a realized soul. Not because the way he lived or what he did, that was just an expression or was the symptom of his greatness. But because when you think of him, you get cool breeze in your hand. Tremendously cool breeze, soothing, which crawls over you. Oh, that's Abraham Lincoln. We do not know where we spend our time, what people are important to us till we are the spirit. We waste our time catering to something absolutely useless. And then suddenly we discover, oh God, what a waste of time, what a waste of energy, what a waste of money. This man was a cheat. He cheated me. This work was all falsehood. Why did I waste my time there? After realization, you become the absolute. There is no relative value. You do not judge anything relatively. You just know what is absolute. And once you know the absolute, you are cocksure about it. There is no wavering. Thus you become an extremely powerful person, and you know the truth about everything. Now the truth is very simple, that you are the spirit, and you are not this body, you are not this mind, and you are not this ego or your conditioning, but you are the free spirit. That's the truth is. But it is not just a mental truth, but is actually so and has to be actualized. The third thing that happens to you, apart from your awareness becoming the truth, the complete knowledge, you become the source of joy. Not that you only receive the joy, but you become the source of joy, the source of bliss, and the source of peace. Wherever such a person goes, it just suits. Yesterday you saw a lady, she had very stiff fingers. She couldn't move them. And as soon as I said, "What's wrong with your fingers?" she started moving them. She was amazed how she started moving. Just my attention. Just one question. I said, "What's wrong with your hands?" She just started moving. She said, "Am I cured?" First she said, "It's some nervous trouble." And then she said, "Oh, it's moving. It's all right. Cured." How? Because you get that power within yourself of compassion, which doesn't expect anything. It just works and acts silently. Just paying attention to that person itself is sufficient. Just one glance at that person can save that person from any kind of malady. It works. But of course it is true also, those who are not deserving at all, those who are crooked people, those who are cruel, say for example Hitler, you cannot give him realization, can you? He has to suffer. So also these illusions that we have about people, that oh, we should be kind to everyone, we should be nice. The kindness of the divine, the crooks, is not the way we look at it. The kindness to the crooks is punishment. It's a wrathful God. It punishes crooks. Many people feel that, it's just a mental attitude to say that everything is illusion. So, crookery is also illusion. It is not. For you, it is just a mental attitude, that's all. For the people who are in the boat, it's all right to say that the ocean is an illusion, but not for the people who are in the water. That's just a mental problem, that they think it's not an illusion or an illusion. It is not the fact with them. It's not actually with them. But once you rise above that, to you it is an illusion, but to the divine it's a duty to correct it. And divine looks after it. All the blessings of the divine start showering upon you and you are amazed how it has worked. how it has helped you, how it has done good to you. You are amazed how all the things that you desire, you get. Your desires change. You ask for something, and you just get it. Because these desires that are there are based on something that divine wants. Like one, we had a doctor who was working in Riyadh, and he had a feeling that he should go to Aba, which is a place very much downtrodden and where he thought Sahaja Yoga will work better. So he was very anxious. He wrote a very anxious letter to me that, "Mother, please see that I go to Aba." That letter he had just posted. He tried his level best, he couldn't do it. Had just posted, I never received it even. And he got the appointment. So the whole attitude toward life changes. Like today, if you ask Sahaja Yogis, they said, "Mother, we must go to Mexico." I said, "How far?" 15, 20 minutes, all right. The reason is, they wanted me to put my attention to Mexico. They are not limited to America only. Now Mexico is important to them. Let's do how we work it out. Otherwise, people could have had some other desires, other things. Little desires like having a house, having a car, having a job, these are all fulfilled in no time. There's no problem on that. Krishna has said, Yoga Kshema Vahamyam. When you get yoga, when you get realization, you get your well-being. Your health improves, your mind improves, and last of all, you become the giver of gifts to others. In the sense, wherever you are auspiciousness. You are so pure that your purity fills the atmosphere with auspiciousness. And this auspiciousness, when acts, you are amazed how people are helped and how people are granted this beautiful blessings through you. And you get aware of it. You understand it. That's what we can learn from the lives of Christ and all other such great personalities who came on this earth. How they worked out things for others and how they granted them whatever they desired. You become absolutely dynamic as far as the creativity is concerned. You become great creators if your interest is in that. You become great healers, as they call it, but not that you heal persons by charging them money or talking about money, but only being in the presence of these people, you just heal them. You become the source of all corrections. But the corrections are not mental that you give a lecture to them, now you don't do this and you don't do that and you shouldn't do that. It just works out. People just melt into that compassion which you are. You don't have to fight anyone. You don't have to struggle. It just works out. It's so powerful. The most powerful power is of love, of pure love. And this purity, when emits through you, you are amazed that why people have not used this power of love. They have only used the power of hatred. All these problems drop out. Your family problems, your city problems, your national problems, your world problems all drop out, because all problems come from human beings who are yet very selfish, very secluded, very abnormally attached to limitations. The whole thing works out so beautifully, and we have to create such personalities. For that, God has sent on this earth great people. I see everywhere there are very great people, very special category of people who understand that they have to play a role in the working of the divine, and they work it out in such a manner that they contribute to the well-being of the whole universe. America, I must say, has been the least concerned country about this, I must say. Is the poorest as far as evolution is concerned. I'm sorry, but has been so. They have had all kinds of gurus here, all kinds of things, but in Sahaja Yoga I find them. They are not there. I'm quite surprised at it, that their interests are so funny, that they have such limited interests in life. Or what, I don't understand. I've been to this country many a times. Of course not so much as I've been to other countries. Because every time I've come, I felt that they have to still come up to a point to see that truth has to be accepted, is to be received. Because if the truth is exposed to people who are not yet ready, maybe it will be all lost. It's like the story of Christ where he describes the seeds which fell on the rock, some fell on the right ground. This is what it is. And I face it up. I feel sometimes that such a great country like India, which is now awakening very nicely to Sahaja Yoga, which was just a slave country for 300 years. Or we can say there are countries like Italy, which are very important, but were sort of always neglected, treated as something useless, are coming up. Because spirit is higher than anything else. Politics, economics is nothing for spirit. Now let us see what happens in America. Let us see what is going to awaken them. I don't know what is going to stir them, because they are also placed in the Vishuddhi Chakra. This is the center where America is placed. This is the most important center also. And if this center is not going to be awakened, then one has to see to it that something happens. The divine might rock and shock and tell you that better accept to your spiritual life is important. It's very important that we should hold the divine in our arms and try to accept that. People don't realize it, that it is not proper to live with mundane life, day-to-day life, but should think of the wider repercussions that can have on the people who do not think of the calamities that can follow upon them if they do not accept the truth. Truth must be accepted. You see the countries which have vanished, like Romans, who were such great countries. They had a fall. Why? Because they took to a life which was destructive. To such a limit, I have heard some people saying, we have a right to destroy ourselves. You have no right at all. You cannot create yourself and you cannot destroy yourself. So one has to realize that if you have any right, that is one, to be the spirit, to be that power which can make others the spirit, which can make others the source of joy, what they are. This is the epitome of our evolution. This is the last judgment, as I told you. And the Kundalini is going to judge you. Kundalini is going to judge you. It is not anybody is going to weigh you and say you are such a weight, so you are all right, or your brain has so much weight, so you are all right. But the judgment will come to you when your Kundalini will rise. You will judge yourself. And you will judge yourself by denying or accepting the spirithood, the oneness with the divine. That's a fact. I must declare it to you, because that is what is very important to understand. And as a mother, I feel very concerned that such a big population should not go a waste, just a waste because they could not realize the importance of their being, of their own life, of their own role as spiritual beings. May God bless you all. The lecture can go on, because on the spirit I must have given at least, I don't know, about at least 100 lectures so far only on the subject of spirit. So it's an endless job. And every time I say something, people say, Mother, you have said something very new. So the knowledge is endless, but you become the knowledge. You yourself become the knowledge and you start understanding it. Only thing is, you must have assiduity, respect for yourself, and the importance of responsibility, that you have to be the spirit. That's why you have come on this earth as human beings at this time. This time is very precious, and it's not a fashion to be a seeker, but it's something that has to happen to all of you. Yesterday you people asked me many questions, and I think I answered most of them. Some of them were very good questions, but some of them were a little very simple, I think, but nobody was aggressive. But on the whole, I think that maybe San Diego is a place from where we may be able to save America. I didn't have any program anywhere in Los Angeles or anything, but I came to San Diego. But you have to know that if this is the place, we have to get people who are of that quality. I don't know when are we going to get them, but I hope we get those people of that quality. Even a small nail can hold a sari. In the same way, a little place looking like San Diego can save America. May God bless you all. So we'll have the experience now. It will take about 5 minutes for you, because if all the chakras are discussed, already the attention is on that. It's very simple to put your hands towards me.
Everyone slip off their shoes again.
It's better. You've done a good job. Just put your hands towards me. Just like this. Left. Now left hand towards me and right hand towards the Mother Earth will give you a balance. You need not close your eyes just now. Let's see. Put your right hand towards the Mother Earth. As I told you yesterday, left side is our conditioning. Conditioning, subconscious and collective subconscious. Very much at work here. But also is an emotional side. Now put your right hand towards me and left hand towards the sky. Right hand towards me. Right hand towards me like this.
Left hand towards the back.
Are you feeling the cool breeze in the hand? You are already thoughtless, there is no thought. But just see if you are feeling the cool breeze. Much better. Are you? Let's see. Are you feeling any cool breeze in the hand? Alright, now put your left hand on top of your head. Just here, fontanelle bone area. Are you feeling? It's a very subtle thing. Are you? Pay attention. Working out. Good? Alright, now change over. See the left hand with the right hand. Just pay attention there. See. Believe that you are the spirit. So just you have to say in your heart, I am the spirit. In your heart. Say it 7 times, it will work out. Release it. Is it all right? Are you feeling the heat coming out? Little heat. All right. Now turn. Change. See now. Right Swadhisthana. All right? There? Amazing. Now just see if it is working. Cool breeze. Feel it. Just put your hands like this. It's good. You're all thoughtless. If you see, there's no thought in your mind. And complete silence. Enjoy this. This moment is going to transform your life. Take it from me. You may not realize today, but you'll realize it very soon. Strong. Have faith in yourself. That's the main thing. It's beautiful. Now all those who are feeling the cool breeze in the hand or in the head, from the head, please raise your hands, both the hands like this. Could you believe it? Most of you. May God bless you. Except for 1 or 2. Maybe you have come for the first time. Have you come for the first time? All right. Maybe. We'll see you. It's not difficult. Today is a very powerful day. It's worked out. Now know that you have found it. But establish yourself. This is very important, is to establish. Luckily you have a very good center here. We have to work it out through San Diego. From this side and from New Jersey, from the other side. We have to work it out. All of you must remember that you have got your realization. I don't want to take any promises from you because I depend on your spirit. Respect it. Respect your realization. Respect yourself. Now you will find you have a purpose in life. And just understand how this divine power works and how we can manage it and control it, how we can maneuver it, and how it works in the larger interest, in the higher interest, in the nobler interest, in the righteous life. You become that, and others also become. May God bless you. It's a time that clicks. And that's why one should understand why somebody is late, why somebody is early. All right. These 2 gentlemen and there's some ladies here who haven't got the realization. So I hope the Sahajogis will help them, but I'll come down to shake hands with you. Those who haven't got realization, please raise your hands and don't wear your shoes. Just tell, come down and see for yourself.
Just raise your hand up.
Please be seated. Just 5 minutes more. 5 minutes. Don't be in such a great hurry. She said. Huh?
She said she
I'm sorry. I'm just saying that you wait for 5 minutes. I'm coming down and we'll see. Those who haven't got realization will get it. Don't be in a hurry. What's the time now? I better ask, because you all seem to be very much in a hurry. For what? Do you know, I travel all over the world. And you know that I don't earn anything out of it, as such, money-wise. And tomorrow I'm going to New York, then to Switzerland, then to Spain, all over the place. But how do I do it? Because I'm paid in the way what we call is beyond human awareness, the joy. And that's what one has to achieve. So don't be in a hurry. Nothing is going to run away from San Diego, I can tell you. Let's see. That's nice. But they're not so speedy. They're not so speedy like New York. Yeah.
If you all want to come forward to meet Mother, you can just come in a line, just one by one, come forward to meet Mother. I'd just like to mention that we will have follow-up meetings coming up this week to try and help people to develop their realization. We're going to have a meeting at the University Community Library at 4155 Governor Drive in La Jolla. The information that you'll get outside has the phone number of the center. We can give you further information then. Also, this will be Saturday, June the 1st. That's this Saturday at 10 in the morning. That's at the University Community Library. Also, Downtown Public Library on E Street, second floor meeting room, Tuesday, June the 4th, and Thursday, June the 6th. So if you have any questions, you need more information, just call the center. We have the number on the information there. Or you can come up and ask me about it.
I said that she said that 8 America, 8 big body compared to 8 travel. So it's so important. All right, got it, isn't it? Yeah. How are you? Let's see that go by. All of you.
For the follow-up meetings, they have the telephone number of the center. You have the front portion of the leaflet that you buy on the survey. You want to develop which causes the telephone number and find out the number of which in case people get to the account.
They're out front as you leave. As you leave, you file out the back. If you lost your material or you didn't get any last night, they'll be right up front, and that has the address and the number of the center.
Yeah.